Hi guys, welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. If you have not yet, please subscribe. Please share these out. Today's video is on how the Beatles were influenced by Buddy Holly. Who wasn't, but the Beatles were influenced by Buddy Holly. Let's take a look. Beatles had several musical influences, including Chuck Berry, Bob Dylan, and Elvis. Another influence was Buddy Holly, a significant figure for the Beatles, as his unique style became instrumental in who the Fab Four wanted to be as artists. Beatles were impressed by Buddy Holly because he wrote and performed his own music. Now, Buddy was a rising star during the 50s. Unfortunately, the Ray-Bon singer died young at the age of 22 in a plane crash. However, he still left a lasting legacy during his short music career, becoming an influential figure for many rock stars that rose to prominence during the 60s. In an interview with Barnes & Noble, James Daunt, Paul McCartney said the Beatles were impressed by Holly because many of his hit songs were written and performed by him, something that not many artists did at the time. We didn't know people didn't write their own things, McCartney explained. And so we'd get a record and we would discover the people who did. Little Richard always had credit on his things, and Buddy Holly was pretty much on everything that he performed. And so when we saw him, we liked what he'd written, that he was singing it, and that he was playing guitar, because a lot of other people just stood there without an instrument. So it became very much something for us to emulate. Buddy Holly was not only influential to the Beatles on a musical level, but he also inspired their style. Many early appearances from John Lennon from the Beatles featured him without glasses. However, Lennon liked the Holly wore glasses, which later became part of his style. The other thing was John loved the fact that he wore glasses because John wore glasses, but always took them off if he thought there were girls around, if he wanted to look good. So when Buddy Holly came with glasses, John put them on proudly. Yeah, Buddy was a big influence. 1964's Beatles For Sale album contains covers from other artists and original hits such as 8 Days a Week on the album. Beatles recorded a cover of Buddy Holly's Words of Love. Their version featured John Paul and George Harrison on vocals, and the band completed it in a 9-hour recording session. Jeff Emmerich, the longtime Beatles engineer, recalled the recording sessions in his book, Here, There, and Everywhere. They were clearly flagging by the time they got around to it, he wrote. Yet John Paul and George sang beautiful 3-part harmony together, gathered around a single mic. It was a fitting tribute to one of the group's musical idols. Lennon continued to honor Holly in his solo career when he recorded his version of Peggy Sue for his 1975 rock and roll album. It's been years ago, and on Facebook, I had a friend who said Buddy Holly was not influential in rock and roll. And me and another friend was all over him like crazy. The man did things that people are learning, but it's like the 4-instrument format with the Beatles, and he played the Strat, and this music and writing of his own music, and his studio engineering stuff. I mean, he was hard telling where he would be today, or had he lived. I mean, it's a very talented man, very influential too. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please share it out with your family and friends who like rock and roll and country music. Have a great day. God bless, and I'll be praying for you.